Tour Finals. On the right side of your screen, when you go to that horizontal view, will be Mel and Brandie. On the left, in the black tops, will be the Germans. Starting off on Mueller. And big swing from Mueller into the angle, and Brandie just gives it a nod. She's seen it now. They've met 3 times, these two teams. The last 2 in a row have gone the way of Mel and Brandie. One of those wins coming in 3. Their one loss, they took a thumper in the second set, lost 21-10. Excellent soft block from Mueller. Excellent soft block from Wilkerson in return. And what a chop off the net from the left is Brandie Wilkerson. This is a difficult play for a left-handed blocker to make. So she's on the left side. That ball has to go all the way over to her shoulder. Look at her, I mean, she's 2 meters off the net and still chops a perfect cutting to beat Sinya. That's a marvelous cut shot from Brandie Wilkerson to save the side out. And there's an ace serve for Brandie Wilkerson. 2 years ago, in an off-season when they hired Coach Marcio Sicoli and Dan Vinedich, they started working on Brandie's jump serve, and she said, that's the superpower I've always wanted to have. Well, she has it in spades. Big ace down the seam. And the swing from Mueller goes long, no touch. Back-to-back earned points for Canada. Gives them an early lead. So Brandie's new jump serve doing some damage early. Not her best toss on that one. Good risk management. Nice touch from Wilkerson. Excellent play from Canada just to keep it alive. It'll be Sinya's first attempt on offense. Choppy set. Not going to get called. And there's Svenja Mueller, her first block of the match. And so now we have the standard for the set. We're keeping it loose today. I'd prefer it that way. Excellent timing. It pays to be 6'4", where it's just a little tap jump and you can still block Brandie Wilkerson. You can't coach height. And there's an ace serve from Mueller.
Wonderful ace over here.
And so if anyone's wondering about the conditions, it is dead still. So when we go to the horizontal cam, you'll be able to see the flags, and they are super flat. So we have 2 aces, both of those just by virtue of really well-hit serves. Both middle to middle, should be noted. And Wilkerson's line goes too long. And you got to wonder with a lot of these teams, how much rust is going to play a factor, which sounds ridiculous because it's December, right? They've had a whole seasons of rest. Well, we haven't seen Brandie and Mel on the World Tour, on the Beach Pro Tour rather, since the Olympic Games. All right, that was in July and August. Now they've been playing the AVP League, but the intensity is just a little bit different. The level of play is a little bit different. Mueller and Tillmann we haven't seen since August at the Hamburg Elite 16, where they took a silver, lost a belter in 3 to Switzerland's Nina Brunner, then Tanya Huberly. And now they didn't have the luxury of playing the AVP League, so it's been 4 months off for Tillmann and Mueller. Now, they've been training, of course, but they haven't been competing, and it's different. So I think that with a lot of the teams out here, we're going to see a little bit of rust in maybe their first match or 2 before they get back into full compete mode. No rust on that crossbody chop from Svenja Mueller. Really well placed.
Breaking a tie, leading the conversation with 1 point ahead. That's Germany on the serve.
Excellent middle to middle. Little bit of trouble here for Brandie. And Tillmann was there. And that's one I'm going to expect Sinya to make far more often than not. It's rare to see her in such a good position. Watch, I mean, she's in the perfect spot right here. And this is a dig she makes almost easily the majority of the time. So Canada getting away with one there. And Wilkerson, you hear Mel saying, way to go for it. That one just going a little bit wide right. I like Brandie sticking with that jump serve. That's how they got the lead in the first place. Nicely done by Mel, moving the block around, but again, another error. Just trying to, she hit the right shot, just overcooked it a little bit and hits that too sharp into the net. Now, I like her moving the block, especially when Svenja is running up. So she's serving middle to angle and then having to chase that back set. And so Mel hit the right shot, just didn't quite execute. Trouble here for Canada. It is a lot of trouble. It is, for all intents and purposes, that's an ace serve. And Svenja Müller, lethal from the service line so far, producing a number of out of systems, 2 aces to her name. That's an 8-5 lead now for Germany. Excellent line-to-line from Müller. Pinning Mel there on the sideline. There's a dig from Tillmann. Mel with a dig in return, going back to that left side, a little bit off the net, and sends that line long. No touch. Wonder if we're going to see a timeout here for Canada. They're going to take their switch. Now this is where, if I'm playing, I take the full switch, I take my time, I wet my glasses, and then I take my timeout. Down 5-9 is Canada. No timeout will be taken. So it'll be Müller back at the service line. 4 straight points for Germany. And no timeout needed. Canada going to take the gift, get out of that little rut with the missed serve.
Drinking the difference, trailing with 3 points behind.
Excellent pickup from Tillmann off the trickle. And nice fast arm from Cindy Tillmann. That's one of my favorite arm swings on the whole Beach Bro Tour. She just has that thing cocked and ready to go, and it is so fast, and that's how you beat a jumpy blocker like Brandie. You just snap it before she can form the block all the way. Set is a little bit tight. Müller tries to grab and just gets used. Nice little quick chop there from Jimena Paredes.
3 points difference. And the serve this time goes to Brandie.
Another big jump serve from Brandie, too big. Sending that one long, but again, I think the risk is worth the reward right now because Mel is the controlled server. Brandie is the one where they earn points with her serve, and so Brandie's going to stay aggressive, and Mel has the more controlled float. Excellent little bump set there from Wilkerson. What a dig from Tillmann. Can't quite get it back up to play, but those are the plays that Sinja makes with such regularity. That's why it was so surprising to see her miss that one earlier in the match. That one well played into the net, and then Müller just couldn't quite get it all the way up to make it a playable ball for Tillmann. And there's Svenja just dunking that high line. And so that was a late angle call from Canada. If we to replay, you'll see the timing where Brandie lines up in the line, Mel lines up in the angle. At the last second, they switch, and that's the advantage again of being 6'4", where that was a little baby line shot, but she still hits it at such a steep angle, it's impossible for Mel to go chase that down. And another missed serve is going to bring us into our technical timeout with Germany. So the score is flipped there. It is Germany in the lead, 12-9 at the tech.
Doha, Qatar. If you hear the music in Aspire Park, just follow it and you'll end up in the Beach Pro Tour Finals.
12-9. Aside from a couple big Brandie Wilkerson serves, it has been troublesome for Canada to earn points. It'll be Brandie back at the service line. Loves this middle-to-middle jump serve. And there it is. Excellent pass there from Savannah. Good enough to option, but Mel's all over it. And there's Jimena Paredes tagging the back line. Now we might see our first challenge. Sinya puts her hand up to challenge. We're going to see it. So we have a new challenge system. So this isn't just the refs coming down anymore, ladies and gentlemen. We tested it out last night with a couple practice matches. Actually, Mel and Brandie were one of those practice matches. And so we're actually going to a video challenge. Now, this is going to be ruled for Canada. I had a pretty good look at it, and it tags the back line. But I'm excited for you guys to see this replay. And one of the oh, wow. I might be wrong. Ball's in. I was right. Never wrong. I'm going to talk about precision. Mel's shot, perfect. And precision, the cameras. So we've been testing those out at various events throughout this year on the Beach Pro Tour. Good to see them being put to use. Out of the timeout then. Brandie going back with that middle, sends it long. That's 3 misses now for Wilkerson from the service line. At the service line for Germany now is Savannah Mueller, who has been the most dangerous server on court, which is always saying something when you're on court with Brandie Wilkerson, one of the best servers in the world, nominated by her peers as one of the top 4. But that right on cue. Another ace, the 4th ace for Savannah Mueller.
Let's do some hands in the air. Ace, ace.
So I'm laughing because the DJ is calling for ace, and I just see my boy Ed Keller in the stands. He has been at every single event. He went to Rio, went straight from Rio to Haiku, China for a challenge, went straight from Haiku to the Chennai Challenge in India, went straight from Chennai to Nuvali, went straight from Nuvali to Doha. So 5 weeks Ed has been on the road. He is the super fan of all super fans, and so he's out here in the stands in Doha. Excellent. High angle shot there from Savannah Mueller. Not even a Brandie Wilkerson can touch that one. Perfect works is what we like to say in beach volleyball. And that, well, it was perfect. I mean, look at that. The height on that shot is untouchable. Wonderful short serve handled superbly from Jimena Paredes. And there is the patented Jimena Paredes high line. Just a thing of beauty. Even with this set a little bit far off the net, not even a smidgen of a problem. As you see, that the step close a little bit shortened there from Mel, and she still hits it just out of the reach of Sinya. Big serve from Wilkerson. A little bit of trouble here for Germany. And trouble enough for Wilkerson to take it on 2 and put it away. Nice lift on that pass from Mel to give Brandie a shot. She takes it down the line, perfect. It's been fun to watch this battle of 2 very different blockers in Savannah and Brandie. And so with Brandie, you have the highest leaper on the Beach Pro Tour. I don't have the measurements on that, don't have the proof, going on anecdotal. But I'm saying Brandie jumps higher, and then you have Savannah, who just has the size and doesn't need that huge verticality. Sinya, rare work in serve receive, and there you can see why. She's just so crafty. She has the arm speed, has the big swing, but has the vision and craft to put it wherever she wants, whenever she wants to. And there's Wilkerson on 2 again. This one handled from Tillmann, but goes a little bit over. A little hesitation on the option there. Mel a little bit surprised it wasn't taken on 2. And then just allows a perfect baby line. Have I mentioned that the high line is a patented shot of Jimena Paredes? So is the baby line. Well placed from Mel. Keeping the pressure on Tillmann. Set is low and outside. And look at Tillmann chasing that one down for a little slide, chop down the line. Now I'm looking at this ball mark, and it is about a centimeter away from the sideline and about 3 inches from the end line. And that's on an out-of-system set. No rust here from Tillmann. She has been superb. Difficult serve passed perfectly from Humana Paredes. This high line touch from Mueller. Wow, what a dig that is from Humana Paredes on an excellent shot from Tillmann. And Mel's deep seam swing too deep. And that could be the point that Germany needs to give themselves a lead big enough to close this set. 18-14 now is the lead as Canada takes the timeout.
Remind you, our dear friends, if it's your first time in Qatar, do not mess with the Qatari sun. Drink a lot of water, apply a lot of sun cream, and yes, you're ready to tap. Thank you very much. Use your umbrellas, sunglasses, and definitely drink a lot of water.
I think not you. You're feeling better doing no, let's stick to that. I like it. I like it.
Out of the timeout, DJ playing. I want to dance with somebody who loves me. And why not? I'm waiting for Christmas music. I'm waiting for Mariah Carey Christmas to come on from the DJ. That's what I'm here for. I might be outvoted on that. That's what I'm pushing for. Tillmann. Really well hit line-to-line serve, forcing Brandie to go the tentative on two, and Mueller. This is just what Mueller does so well. She just does her job. She serves well, few errors, and just takes her space. Again, another tap jump block, blocking another Brandie option. And Mueller doing more than her job on that one. Gets way low and drops that left hand into the seam of Humana Paredes. I hope we get a replay of this because I want you to watch what Mueller does with that left hand. We're not going to get another look. It is set point Germany. Really, really nice shot there from Humana Paredes. Seeing a very late move from Germany at the last second, just hitting a beautiful baby cutty. As you see, just the touch from Mel is pinpoint. Alas, at this point for Canada, right now it's nothing more than picking up a little bit of momentum heading into the second set, as it is a matter of time before Germany closes. Brandie here, green light to take a hack. Now it's Mueller on two. Mueller goes wide. And so Canada just chipping away. Chipping away, 16-20 now. Need 4 more of those to push this into overtime. Mueller after the air is scooped from Mel. Excellent cover. Oh, wow. And I cannot wait to hear this discussion. As he calls both teams over. I want to say this might end up being an inadvertent whistle. As there was nothing wrong with that set. And so Canada's clapping. Yeah, so I think what is going to end up being called here is an inadvertent whistle. I don't think he intended to call that set. It might have been almost a premeditated, thinking it was going to come out not clean, then it came out clean as a whistle. And so it'll be a replay. Inadvertent whistle is the call. Excellent pass from Tillmann. Tillmann now to put this set away. And what a controlled poke shot that is from Cindy Tillmann as she puts away the opening set 21-16 for the number 2 seeds over the wild cards from Canada.
Still over here, ladies and gentlemen, on the first match between Germany and Canada. First set went to Germany, 21-16.
There goes the whistle. That means we're about to start the second set. Ladies and gentlemen, beach volley fans, give it up for both of the teams, Germany and Canada.
Away we go. Set number 2 about to be underway here at Aspire Park in Doha, Qatar. First match of what should be an excellent weekend. Top 10 teams in the world from each gender competing for $150,000 US. That is the first place prize. And my goodness, what a baby line poke that is from Brandie. She puts that, the angle of that was ridiculous. No answer for that. Germany knows it. They're just back in serve receive. Sinja again working the back set. And there is that quick arm from Sinja the Ninja. Just a phenomenal line turn. What a dropper from Mueller. A little bit of trouble here for Wilkerson. A rare serve sent her way. Tillmann has an opportunity in transition. Set is tight. Not too tight for Tillmann. She just gets her feet there so quick. And again, that cocked arm swing, it's so fast. Just takes what was available. What was available was a nice, fast chop down the line. 2 Tillmann kills, 2 kills down the line. Middle-to-middle serve from Mueller has been effective. Again, middle-to-middle. Better pass this time from Wilkerson. And that is a chop right there from Wilkerson. You mentioned that you can't go tight. I don't know if you can coach the athleticism of a Brandie Wilkerson, where she's just able to elevate. Watch how high she gets this, and then the downward angle of that cut shot. What's incredible is that Tillmann was even there for a touch. Trouble here for Germany. No, they're never in trouble. Not with Sinja Tillmann. Was it a perfect pass? No. Does it need to be perfect for Tillmann? Absolutely not. We saw her hit that slide chop down the line in the first set. Now she hits a little slide. I don't even know what you call that, the 3-finger bear claw.
Bit shorter than the net, dedicates another tie for both of the teams, and this time, Melissa on the serve.
Set is a bit tight. Mueller just dumps that one down the seam. Big rip from Svenja Mueller, who just goes up, and if she brings this down at all, that's going to be a block for Brandie, but she just contacts it so high. It's not often you can say OT over the top of Brandie Wilkerson. Svenja Mueller just did that. Mueller, middle to middle yet again. No option taken here from Wilkerson. Set is a little bit tight, no problem. Can melt the deft touch on these baby cuttings, baby lines. It's a joy for me to watch because I love when players play around with those baby shots. But I love watching Kusti Novak, love watching Taylor Crowd. They're just kings of that. Those little baby shots, and Mel has it. A little off speeder now from Wilkerson, but puts it in an excellent spot. And that is a juicy roll up from Tillmann, but Mueller sends it long. And really, and this is rare to say for Mel and Brandie, but the only way that they're earning points at the moment is from Germany errors. And I say that's weird to say because Mel and Brandie, to me, one of the best defensive teams in the world. But they'll take the errors when they can get them, rare as they may be. Set is a bit tight, and Mueller again punishing into the angle. Mel all over it, too much heat.
Play number 1 from the German team. Another tie, 5-all.
Canada has the advantage. Mel's passing on point again, set a little bit tight. Again, it is no problem from Lysiamon Paredes. Another beautiful chop into the angle from Mel.
There goes Melissa on the serve.
Another line to line. They're going for Mueller's left shoulder right now. And Mueller, when she has stayed aggressive and physical, she has been untouchable. Going over the top of Brandie, too much heat for Mel. Might be time just to throw a couple at Sinya's direction just to keep Mueller, just to get her out of rhythm. Perfect pass, perfect set, perfect baby line from Mel. That is just the most traditional, perfect beach volleyball play. Good pass, good set, high line. My good friend Kent Steffes likes to say, just hit it where they're not. Mel doing an excellent job of doing just that in this second set. Option taken from Tillmann, genius. Sees Wilkerson not able to get up fully to the net, caught in no woman's land. Tillmann, brilliant, brilliant swing into the deep angle.
Here's your reminder, drink a lot of water, put your hands and shades on. Definitely enjoy the Beach Ball Tour Finals.
Excellent ripper there from Tillmann. Now they're going at Wilkerson. Rare serve sent her way. Good chase down from Tillmann, not good enough. Swing too high from Wilkerson.
Finish, and this time Canada take the tiebreaker. Wonderful finish for Müller, this time in another meeting on the 8th point. On and on, this will show how much Canada need the second set and how much the German wants to finish it early. Eagle-eyed Melissa leading the ball in the air outside of the court, and the point goes to Canada.
We're back. Wilkerson's back. Going the float serve now. Doesn't need the top spin. Doesn't need that superpower she wanted. She can get aces with floats. Excellent earned point for Canada. That'll give them their biggest lead of the matchup, 10-8 now. And again, the earned points have come from aces and airs. It's been rare to see a transition put away from Canada, and so they have to serve aggressive. And there's a huge block from Brandie Wilkerson. She is just different up there at the net. Now watch this handwork from Wilkerson. That is a massive left hand into the angle. And the press is alarming to see that. Oh, the scoop from Mel. As soon as I say they don't get many in transition right now, Mel scooping, Brandie blocking, Mel covering. That'll be Mueller no one on two. And Tillmann putting that one away. Brandie was late to the net. We'll see a discussion about the hands. No argument about the hands. Again, standards have been set. We're playing in them out today. One point to go for the technical timeout. Canada trying to go in with a 3-point lead. One side out will do. A magnificent short serve from Tillmann gives her an opportunity in transition. It'll be Mel in return with a transition of her own, set well off the net. And Mueller, not known for her defense, digs that one over the net. And I'm curious what Sinya's asking for here. So they might be challenging for a touch. So the late challenge was rejected. So Sinya did ask for a challenge. And what I think she was asking for was 4 touches, saying that Brandie touched it off the block of that last play, and then Mel dug it. And what Germany was saying, that's why they were both back in defense, was that Brandie touched it, and so Brandie should have sent it over the net on that 3rd touch, but she set it instead, and then Mel put away the chop that was overpassed by Svenja. So what you have to do in that situation as players, and this is new, you have to just stop playing. And you have to challenge it in the moment, or you can't challenge. That's why the scoreboard said, and you guys didn't have the luxury of it, that's what we're going to get a look at. That's what their challenge is, that they said that Brandie touched that. And so you can see both of them getting back into defense, thinking that a free ball was coming. Instead, you get a little chop from Mel. You get Svenja stuck in defense, and then you get Brandie just throwing it down. And so had Germany stopped playing as soon as Mel sent it over, then they could have challenged. But because they played the play out, the challenge was late, therefore rejected. So there's your very long-winded explanation of the new challenge system. Out of the technical timeout, Canada leading 12-9 in set number 2. Oh, wow, what a set from Sinya Tillmann. But Mel is dialed in on defense now. Again, Mel picks up another. And there's the baby poke. Now it's Sinya Tillmann with the dig. And Tillmann sends that one long as the defense of Canada, which was a bit quiet, unusually quiet in that first set, unusually quiet, kind of midway through this second, starting to come alive. Mel with all the right reads, Brandie making a lot of good touches and reads at the net. As the earn points, they're coming easier in this set for Canada, where they were difficult to come by in that first, needed aces, needed airs. Now they're getting some digs, now they're getting some blocks. Big swing from Mueller is roofed by Brandie Wilkerson. Second monster block of this second set, and that is going to give Canada a 5-point edge. And if you just start wafting, you get a little whiff of the 3-setter as Brandie, again, that left hand dropping into the seam is phenomenal. Now, if you see those little square blocks on their hats, they are not coaches miking into players. We had a couple refs think that was the case. That's not the case. Those are mics. We've been miking up the players. We've been kind of innovating a lot of content at the Beach Volleyball World YouTube channel, at the Instagram channels, all the social channels. We've just been experimenting with different content. So we're doing previews, we're doing fantasy beach volleyball, we're miking up players, which you're going to see on Instagram and YouTube, all that stuff on the Beach Volleyball World YouTube page. So if you don't follow, if you don't subscribe, hit that subscribe button. It's a lot of fun content coming your way. 2 days ago, we put up the Therese Cannon and Megan Kraft mic'd up. So if you want to hear Therese Cannon dropping some F-bombs, go ahead and watch on the Sandcast YouTube channel. It'll surprise you. Team Money will be in action at 2 o'clock and 7 o'clock local time today with Megan Kraft. Now back on center court to the ladies currently mic'd up. Mel and Brandie up comfortably in the second set. Sinya Tillmann, a wonderful set, but Brandie, the touches are insane at the net. And Tillmann sends that one just wide. And again, now Canada's being a problem defensively. Now Brandie's making all these reads, and this is something that you see a lot from elite defensive teams, is they sort of have this calibration adjustment period, whatever you want to call it, where they start dialing into the tendencies. They haven't played each other in a long time. Mel and Brandie haven't been on the World Tour in 4 months. Same thing for Germany. And so they're just getting new reads. What are they doing today? And there's Wilkerson yet again. I don't know if this cleared, but DJ says another block for Brandie Wilkerson, so you best bet that's being statted. Blocks that one with her elbow. And we are hurtling towards a 3-setter to start the tournament here on center court. Wow. Even after the false step, Mel still makes the recovery. I say false step, I hope we get a replay of this because you can see Mel, she leans left, waiting for high line, and makes this adjustment move back to her right. Able to get a touch on it. Remarkably athletic play from Mel. Can't control it, but she's just starting to get touch after touch after touch. Wow, what a set from Mel, and what a dig from Sinya. Another juicy set from Mel. Was once voted by her peers the best setter in the world. And Mel just has to giggle at that one as Brandie gets a little sand sharked at the end. And then lefty on the left baby line. Let's get weird. Now watch Brandie. She gets sharked and hits the ball from behind her head and still drops it perfect down the line. Another big touch from Wilkerson. Covered again from Tillmann. Was that a lefty? I had to see that one again. Was that a lefty from Cindy Tillmann? Just as soon as I think I've seen it all from her. She breaks out a lefty chop. Oh, come on. It looks natural. She ain't left-handed. Breaking out the ambidexterity. Now, we did Fantasy Beach Volleyball. I think you should get double points if you get a kill opposite-handed. I'm going to pitch that to Kyle Friend, Everett DeLorme, the boys. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. What a cut shot there from Melissa Human Paredes. That is a sizzler. Another excellent out-of-system set from Cindy Tillmann. This one put away from Svenja Mueller. The good side for Canada is Sinya has had to make 4 or 5 spectacular out-of-system sets. And this one, look at the location of that set. She couldn't have teed it up in a better place. She was setting that from the back corner. And then Svenja, to her credit, puts it away. Not an easy ball to hit. And another perfect cut shot for Mel. This one from the left. Mel all smiles.
There goes the 19 point for Canada. Brandie on the serve this time.
Mel, when you watch Mel play, it's like watching a pocket full of sunshine. She just makes you smile. Because she's always smiling. Her and Sandra Ittlinger. Smiliest players on the Beach Pro Tour. Set is a bit tight, and Brandie puts that one away. Wow. This one almost lands, Brandie almost lands on top of this ball. Watch the press on this. Lines up square, gets so far over. Watch where this ball lands. It lands almost on Brandie's foot. That what a reaction from Brandie. Set point now for Canada. It's going to take more than one. Brandie wanted another. Tillmann, she's been excellent on 2, stays excellent. 13-20 now is the score. Canada, they have 7 set points should they need it. Don't think they will. Tillmann now breaking out a jump serve of her own. Sends that one long. I like her testing it out. Going into this 3rd set. It's worth trying to break that out and test a little bit. Even though she sends it long, I like her going for it.
So if it's your first time watching beach volleyball,
as we go into a 3rd set. I think that this event might see the highest percentage of 3-setters than any other tournament the whole year. You got the best 10 teams in the world. There's a lot of parity, but we're missing Anna Patricia Duda. We're missing Nina Brunner, Tanya Huberly. We're missing Kelly Chang, Sarah Hughes, and so it's the dominant teams are absent, and I can't really say that because Mel and Brandie, they've got 3 silvers to their name. Tillmann, Mueller, They have won 3 medals in their last 4 events, including the Golden European Championship. You got Kristen Nuss, Taryn Cloth. They're obviously regulars on the podiums, but it's still a more parity-driven event than you would expect to see at the finals because so many teams either split up, hurt. In some cases, Joanna Mader's case, they're not playing because she's pregnant. Congratulations to her. And so there's a lot of parity out here in Doha, and I would expect, I'm going to set the over-under at 65 to 70% of the matches on the women's side will go 3 sets. Hold me to it. We're going to check up on that. Away we go then for set number 3. Starting off, no surprise, at Mueller. Mueller lobbing that one perfectly over the top of the block of Brandie Wilkerson. Better pass that time for Mueller, and that's what she needs to do. If she can get her passing back in system, that's what she did such a good job of in the first set. Let it go a little bit in the second, cause some issues. Wilkerson, nice little look at the bottom, looking for a touchdown. We're going to see a challenge. I did not see or hear a touch on Mueller, so I think this one's going to go the way of Germany. What we're going to see on the screen, as you see, I love that we have this challenge. And last time we had one on the video was at the World Champs in Tlaxcala, Mexico in 2023. And it changed some things because it's so hard for the refs to see. There's so much going on at the top of the net where you got one player hitting the ball, another player trying to touch the ball, and you see you got 4 hands in a volleyball up there. And things move pretty fast. I don't envy the job of referees. And that is way. Brandie having a laugh at that one. That is about 5 feet over. Brandie having a good chuckle. Tillmann making that dig look easy. And Mel making that one look easy. Wow. And then the chop from Mel. Those little cut chops she's had have been wildly effective. From the left, from the right, doesn't matter. She just puts these like 65%ers, and she's able to put so much topspin and just carves them away from the defense. Well, 1 point from Canada. And there is an ace serve from Brandie Wilkerson. Again, putting away the jump serve, doesn't need it. Second ace with just the float from Brandie, going angle to angle. Again, they're hunting down that left shoulder of Svenja Mueller, and you can see that she's just having a little bit of trouble on those high deeps to the left. Canada has been going there over and over and over again. It gave her a lot of trouble in the second. They're going to stick with it in the third. This time going to Tillmann. Have to think that that was a mistake. As you can see why that was just filthy. In an athletic sense, when you say something is filthy, it's the highest of compliments. It's like being called a freak. In a normal person context, probably don't want that. Don't want to be called filthy in a normal person context either. But in an athletic context, those are both high, high compliments.
Shorter than the net. There goes another meeting on the third point on the third set.
On 2 has been effective for Tillmann. That one might have been a little bit forced. Mel moving it around, but set goes a little bit off the net. That is phenomenal cover. Another cover from Mel. And would you look at that, the chop. And ref has it down. No argument from Tillmann as Mel's chops continue to just be perfect. Oh, man, I love that celebration from B. And that's the personality of this team. Just one of the most likable teams out there. There's no surprise why they got the wild card. I can tell you that. Canada now in the lead for the first time in this third set, 4-3. Mel again, just scooping and not quite delivering yet. Tillmann, perfect dig. Mueller, wonderful set. Another big dig from Mel. Brandie, her first pull dig of the match now on the left, and that is on the money. Now, Tillmann is gonna have a chat with the ref. Now, I think that this was hard-driven enough. So what she's arguing is that it wasn't hard-driven enough for Brandie to take open-handed as she did. I thought it was. I thought that was a clean play. I think that's okay to let that one go. And credit to Brandie for putting that left side high line away, over and around the block of Mueller. So a 5-1 run now for Canada after starting the set down 2-0. Puts them up 5-3. And that time, Mueller just getting that one around the block of Brandie. And that's where her going that sharp, she needed to, because Brandie took a huge step into that angle. So if she had hit kind of a middle angle, that's another block for Wilkerson. Really nicely done for Mueller for making it sharp enough. Tillmann now all over the chop that time. Mel wheeling around, she's got it. And there's a huge block from Mueller, and a needed one for Svenja Mueller. She has been frozen out blocking-wise for a little while. Gets one there, excellent timing from both Tillmann on the original chop from Mel, and then on that short line that Mel loves so much from Mueller. As we switch sides, Germany pushing back now to tie to 5 apiece. Little off the net again for Mel. And the deep seam swing, money. Just out of reach for the diving Svenja Tillmann. There's been a couple times where Mel's been set a little bit off the net. That's where she's been having some trouble. That is an excellent get out of jail swing. Again, line to line on Mueller, who's practically starting parked on the line. There's huge hands from Wilkerson. Set was a little bit tight. And for most blockers, that's still an ungrabbable ball because Mueller's going to hit it high, but Wilkerson jumps conservatively estimated at 300 inches out of the sand, and she just smothers it. No room to go. Another excellent play from Wilkerson. Covered well from Mueller. Now that's the room off the net that Mueller needs. As Wilkerson, that's ungrabbable for her, and Mueller's big enough from 4 or 5 feet off the net as she just was, where she can work around. Now look at the proximity of the net. That's way out of reach from Wilkerson, and Mueller has the range to hit this shot. This is just lovely. Wow. I initially thought that serve was in at the ball blocks, and it just plummeted on down. Not quite enough, but it was a lot closer than I anticipated. Again, at that left shoulder of Mueller. Again, this one's a little bit tight, and again, Wilkerson's there. And Svenja set a little bit far off the net. And that one, she was expecting it a bit tighter, so she covered at the net, and she didn't have time to get back off the net. And so when that set drifted, she basically had to step close backwards and still be diving backwards as she hit the ball. Missed contacts, error. But this is just what Brandie's doing. She makes teams so uncomfortable at the net. Big swing there from Mueller. And this, again, that's the proximity from the net that I think is perfect for Svenja, especially against a blocker like Brandie. Now, again, 3-4 feet off the net, and she still has that range and power. Excellent set, excellent swing. Wonderful pickup from Mel. Bit forced there from Brandie on two. Germany, big opportunity. Oh, wow, Mel, the pickup, but not quite good enough. As Sinja just continues to do everything that's been asked of her. Germany again pushing back. Every time Canada starts to build a little bit of a lead, Germany pushes back, and now it's Canada taking a timeout. The 9-6 lead trimmed to 9-8. A little more than halfway through set number 3 in our first match of the Beach Pro Tour Finals. Canada leading Germany 9-8. And I would expect this to be virtually how every single match goes all weekend long out here in Aspire Park in Doha. Sinja seeing the read now. She knows that the chops are coming from Mel. And we might have a discussion about that pool dig. No discussion needed. Mel was already running over to the ref to ask for a lift, but a no lift needed as that one unable to come over the net. Canada staying steady. They're doing a really nice job of, among many things, is not making errors. They're making Germany earn every point the hard way. And that's difficult to sustain if you're Germany. Perfect set there from Sinja. When Svenja has the room off the net, and I think that might have been an adjustment that they have chatted about and made, because ever since Brandie's last block on Svenja, they've pulled the set off the net. Again, you get that 3-4 feet of room, and Svenja can just work it around. She's got the touches, she's got the power. And set a little bit tight, and Mel's got that beautiful crossbody right to left chop. And Sinja, to her credit, is making nice adjustments. She's starting to shift sharper and sharper and sharper, so she's getting touches on these. Now watch Sinja, she's shifting in. I mean, she's sitting so sharp, and you virtually have to give up the high line, and that's what she's doing, where Mel hasn't hit many, if any, high lines from the right, and so Sinja is playing for that shot, but Mel, it was just too good. Oh, what a read from Wilkerson. It'll be not an open net, but Svenja's late to the net. And that is indefensible from Brandie Wilkerson. What a read from Brandie. I don't know what she saw here, because we haven't seen Svenja hit that shot yet in this whole match, much less this set. But Brandie, for whatever reason, just pulls right into it perfectly. Scramble defense, easy put away for Brandie, as it'll now be Germany taking a timeout, down 9-12.
Second over here, bringing both of these to carry on in this heated third set between Germany and Canada. Keep your eyes on the court to get an answer.
Couple fans I'd say brave in the heat, but it's perfect. It's about 70 degrees, sunny. It is perfect beach volleyball. It was 79 degrees, pardon me. Perfect beach volleyball weather, perfect just cruising weather out here in Aspire Park. A lot of fun things to do. Got a lake out here, a couple nice coffee shops, an epic gym. Big swing there from Svenja Miller, taking down an instant replay camera while she's at it.
Entering the double digits, trailing with 2 points behind.
And again, it's this set location that has changed everything for Germany's offense. Keep it a little bit off the net. It's been working out. Wilkerson, we haven't seen many options from her in a while. We might see another one coming. Wheels up, ready for it, doesn't take it. Svenja, the over on one. Chase down for Mel, but she misplays it. And the old cha-ching direct deposit did kill for Svenja Tillmann. And this has just been the pattern of this third set. Canada goes up, Germany pushes back. Canada goes up, Germany pushes back. And so here comes the pushback from Germany. Tough miss, Tillmann, and I know they're all worth one. Michael Gervais, sports psychologist for Mel and Brandie, he would say that there are no big points, but that felt like a big miss. Get a couple in a row. You want to keep them on the ropes. If you're going to miss, you want to miss long. You want to make them think about it like that. You make Svenja think about it. Yes, you missed, but you at least gave yourself the chance of it being mishandled. And Brandie got a challenge just for the heck of it. This one shouldn't take very long. That ball mark's about 5 inches long.
Last ball, was it in or out?
And that one, way long. No question about that, but it's a de facto timeout, and it's a use it or lose it. You don't get these carryover timeouts to your next couple matches, and so might as well use it. Catch a little breather. Both teams have already used their timeout, and so challenges when they're unused just become de facto timeouts. Really nice pass from Mel. Sets a little bit far off the net. Mueller all over it. What a pickup from Tillmann. And then Tillmann with the put away. Phenomenal. 4-1 run from Germany to tie it at 13 apiece. It is a race to 2. Now, the discussion that Brandie and our up ref are having is if it was a lift on Tillmann, I have that as no. I think it popped off her hand. That's what the up ref was arguing. I agree. Good no call. Canada now in sort of hanging on mode. And Wilkerson getting helped out by the tape there. If that doesn't hit the tape, that's right in Tillmann's lap. And so using the equipment well, unintentionally or not. As you can see now, in the right side of your screen, you're going to see Tillmann. That would have just been in her pocket. That brings us to our first match point. Mel back to serve, trying to start off these finals at 1-0. And Mueller just perfectly placed down the line, tagging the line. First match of the tournament. We're going into overtime in the third set. Last match that we have seen from the Germans was in the finals of the Hamburg Elite 16. That went 18-16 in the third set. Beautiful. Just beautiful. Mel seeing the mid-line of Svenja Mueller, returning with one of her own. Match point number 2 now for Canada, as they have Brandie back to serve. She has been the most dangerous server on court. That is a little bit tight. There's Brandie again getting in there, but that swing nicely done from Mueller, staying high. Had she brought that any lower, that's when the block goes down. Instead, she stays high. Block goes up and out of boundaries. 15-15, onward we go. Mueller's middle to mills have been effective. Announcers jinx, pardon me, all German fans. My fault. Match point number 3 now for Canada. Curious if they send one Sinya's way. Not yet, don't need to. That is a walk-off ace from Melissa Humana Paredes. As the wild cards, I just like to call these